notifications, drop your comments, and then click the like button and share with others. Like and share. Now there's a very big problem in the religious war in Nigeria. Khan has now taken Isba to the court over the closure of schools in the north. Mr. Watson, this morning, how does Khan this come to you? But if Khan seems to have woken up, they have taken Isba to court for closing down schools, only Christian schools in the north over Ramadan. What can you say about this morning?
Thank you for having me once more. But I think what is happening currently is wrong by our standard, because if you say you are doing your fasting, nobody is stopping from doing your fasting, so you cannot generalize it and enforce it on other people who do not belong to that faith. The best you could do is tell your people who are Muslims, to observe the fasting, not using your authority perhaps because you're a governor to enforce a law or maybe government policy that does not go well with other people. I think it's a right thing for Khan to go to court. Of course, the Christians who are in the north have right to go to school, even as other people are fasting. But for me, I think in every sense it's wrong closing down schools because of fasting.
Now there's this line of thought, Mr. Matthew. Do you agree, or do you think that Nigeria is an Islamic nation?
Nigeria is not an Islamic nation. I understand that there are so many narratives out there, or perhaps people who have tried to Islamize the nation by their utterances, by their conduct, and by government policy. But by our standard, there is no way I can accept that Nigeria is an Islamic nation. I quite understand that currently the president is a Muslim and the vice president is a Muslim. Do not forget that even there is a video that trends online currently, where a Muslim scholar is even saying that the Muslims are being marginalized under the current administration. So Nigeria is not an Islamic state, if I must tell you.
Then if you're not an Islamic state, why are the Muslims and the Fulanis so powerful over other tribes and religion in Nigeria?
The reason the Fulanis powerful in Nigeria is not far-fetched. Their strength have not gotten roots in the southern part of the country. But I understand that in every space in the north, the Fulani man is strong. Talking about the traditional institutions, the emirship, almost all the emirates in the north have Fulani as the emir, and almost all the political positions are the Fulani. And the standard may be hard because in the past, olden days, when there were fight of superiority and all that, the Fulani man had upper hand against the outer man. And that's why if you go to Kano today, you see the emir of Kano as a Fulani man. You go to Zamfara, the same thing, Sokoto, Sultan of Sokoto, almost everywhere they are there. So that strength have not been replicated in southern part of the country. Of course, the middle belters pride themselves are the ones who stop the incursion of Otumada Fodo from getting to the southern part of the country. That perhaps may explain the reason they don't have such a very influence in the south.
Now, there's another issue again over the Ramadan. Ramadan has really caused issues, only in the north. Yoruba land is peaceful. A man beat up his wife to death yesterday in Bauchi State. What kind of religion do you think the north are practicing? You have been in the western part of Nigeria, I mean Yoruba land. What difference do you see between Yoruba Muslims and the northerners?
To be quite honest with you, I think the man who have done that should face the full wrath of the law. That is the way to go, and of course to act as a deterrent to others. I understand I'm a Christian, and I know that Christianity talks about liberty. They don't enforce religion on anybody. If there is any injunction by any church organization to enforce or rather to embark on fasting, nobody will come and enforce it by way of compelling you to do it. I think it is all by willingness, because we understand that it is you who will ultimately benefit if you participate. I don't know why in the other faiths it happens like this. I understand that the place like Taliban, where you see, the place of Afghanistan, where Taliban has since formed a government after US pull out from that country, we are seeing draconian nature of Islamic laws. And I hope that is not what they are trying to replicate here. Because unfortunately, what happened to someone like Deborah, we have been talking about justice for her. Up to now, we have not seen justice. Though what we are seeing currently is happening to a Muslim woman. But I think that woman equally needs justice.
Okay, I think that the woman needs justice in Nigeria. Let's look at this. There's a breaking news coming. It's on the Vanguard this morning. It says Nigeria is bleeding. That's according to the Anglican bishops in Nigeria. That there's tears and blood in Nigeria. Pastor, do you agree with them this morning?
Yes, so there are so many reasons why we are due to that fact. Actually, if you say Nigeria is bleeding, I think it's a statement of fact, because in almost every front we are seeing, if it is an area of administration, we are seeing maladministration. Area of security, we are seeing lack of ability of government to secure the people's life and property. If it's in the area, almost everywhere you look, you see vacuum, you see lacuna. So I think I totally agree with that Nigeria is bleeding.
Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other notable big wigs in Nigeria, Kashim Shettima, Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, they say that in the spirit of Ramadan, Nigeria should come together as one to fight against evil. And this is the question: can Nigeria fight together as one? And number two, is Nigeria one as a nation?
One, Nigeria is not one. Two, if Nigeria is to fight, I think we have the armed forces, we have the police, the army, the navy, name it, who have saddled with the responsibility of fighting on behalf of the people, and the president goes by the name of the president and the commander of the armed forces. So I think it's through that channel that the government will fight on behalf of the people. So it is possible that Nigeria can come together and fight. But saying Nigeria should come together by way of the Igbos, the Hausa, the Yorubas, I think that is not possible, because in the minds of Nigerians, they're already polarized.
You understand that Nigeria is not one. And what are the indices? What do you see? Because people say that God has joined us together.
It's not God has joined us together. Let us get that clear. It is the Lord Luga that amalgamated Nigeria, and ever since then, we have seen the lives of our Zik, seen the lives of Ahmed Bello, seen the lives of Awolowo speak in the same way that Nigeria is not one. Of course, they made so many statements in the past, so it is clear that Nigeria is not one, because if you go as the average Igbo man, he will tell you that he has since exited Nigeria. So, and the Bible says, can two work together except they agree? Obviously, no. So that the only thing that's keeping Nigeria together is the instrumentality of force, the coercive power of federal government in the mind of the people that are not together.
Openly said this morning that the Igbos have been marginalized. Do you agree with that statement this morning?
It's a statement of fact. We have seen that repeating itself under Muhammadu Buhari. Last 17 positions, key positions in the security sector of the country, talking about from the office of the National Security Advisor, office of the IG of Police, office of the Chief of Defence Staff, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Chief of Naval Staff. Name is about 17. None of them went to the eastern part of the country. Understand that in Nigeria we have federal character that says that when they give a position, it must reflect geographical spread. That we didn't see the government comply with. Under this current administration, the government, at least they gave the eastern part of the country one service chief. I think the chief of naval staff. It is still inadequate. It's grossly inadequate. But if you are looking at marginalization, the Igbos have always been marginalized. Even after the war, they gave everybody £20. It's part irrespective of whatever amount you have in the bank. That is pure marginalization. Even the government that led Nigeria through during the war, that talk about 3 hours, talking about reconstruction, reconciliation, restitution. He didn't do that or that after the election. That is marginalization.
Now, as we close this morning, Nnamdi Kanu has finally said that anybody that called ISIS and Igboku should be taken to court and face the law. Do you agree with Nnamdi Kanu this morning as we close?
It is his opinion whether somebody is taken to court and made to pay for the crime. I think that perception and narrative have been out there. But I really think that this book that came from Babangida, talking about his autobiography, came to right the wrong, and I think the record has been set straight. I think what is paramount is what is in the court of public opinion. I think that have been addressed. I think that is the good aspect of it.
As we close, some members have said that they will not agree to that book, that to them is still an Igbo coup. How does that come to you?
It is irrespective of the opinion. What happened is that the book have said the record straight, and good thing it came from a northerner, and this time around not from an Igbo man. So the point is, the world have been is now aware that it is, though many people already knew that.
Now, we say we are in a secular nation in Nigeria, and them Isba police can arrest anybody at will. Israel police are arresting people from different tribes, different zones in Nigeria, arresting Christians, arresting Igbos, closing down their business, arresting Yorubas. Now you say that beer is not legal in Kano. We see that in a secular nation as Nigerians, you don't want to see beer. But anytime VAT comes for beer, you collect the highest share. How does a nation work like that? You don't drink beer in Kano, but the highest VAT comes to the north. The money of that beer, which the Yorubas and the Igbos have drank, you collect the highest share and use that money to build mosque. Sometimes you use that money to pay your emirs. How can then Nnamdi Kanu, all those things that have been saying, is it now not justified? Like I'm saying, anywhere Nnamdi Kanu is, whenever I see Nigerian news, the man will just be smiling, just be shaking his head. Nnamdi Kanu has been vindicated by all these events that's happening in Nigeria. Ramadan, religion is a personal something. Ramadan is coming, you are closing down schools, closing down beer parlors. You are arresting people that are selling beer. For what? If someone is selling beer, it's not for us to come and drink. If you come inside and drink, and if you don't drink, go. Even Saudi Arabia, where the religion comes from, they don't close down any school. Islamic country, Iran, the Shia superpower, they didn't close down any school. In Egypt, they don't close down any school. But in northern Nigeria, we are closing down school because of Ramadan. Let us think about it. We must start talking about these things now. And again, to my fellow Yoruba brothers, who have accused some of us as betrayers, who have accused some of us as bastards, have you seen that this Sharia law, it cannot work in Yoruba land? When we shouted that Sharia law is not part of us, some of them, because of the party they are supporting, because of the candidate they are supporting, they said let Sharia law come to Yoruba land. Can you see? They will keep on deceiving you that Sharia law does not affect other religion. But look at it now. Is it not affecting the Christians? The schools that they are shut down, are they not Christian schools? Christians cannot go to their school because of Ramadan. So these things cannot be overemphasized. You are arresting people that are selling beer, you are closing them down because you are not from your state. How can you be arresting women that are doing their businesses? Legitimate business, selling their beer, because Nigeria is a secular state, so you can sell beer. You can sell beer. You are arresting them because they are not from your zone. And whenever they come from the eastern part of Nigeria, even some that are Yorubas, they are coming to add to the economy of that state. They come, they buy land, they rent shops, and they are selling their beer.
But see, yeah, Mr. William, the Muslims, sorry, the Yoruba Muslims who are fasting, why are Yoruba not enforcing this law that the Fulanis are enforcing? Is it that the Yoruba Muslims believe in another Quran or believes in another Prophet Muhammad, and the Fulanis believe in another Prophet Muhammad?
It is the same Quran, it is the same Quran, it is the same Hadith that the both of them are using. But the problem is that the Yorubas are secular. Yorubas have accepted the normal Islam. My name Riwan, I was a former Muslim. My family are still Muslims. Tomorrow I go do fasting. The small salary I will go home, I will meet them. Doing the big salary, they kill them. I'll be part of them. In the Yoruba family, like for example, they are like I always say, they are Christians, they are Muslims. Look at even the president, Tinubu, his wife is a pastor or an assistant pastor. He redeemed church. That's why they have to be Muslim because they cannot trust a Yoruba Muslim enough. That's the problem. That means a Yoruba Muslim cannot become a president unless he has another Muslim vice from the north. Because to the northern people, a Yoruba Muslim is not a good Muslim. You can hardly see an Hausa man pray behind a Yoruba Muslim back. They see Yoruba Muslim as inferior, but they are not inferior. God is the maker of all. Their own religion is extremism. Yesterday, a man killed his second wife over Ramadan food. Is on the internet in the north. He killed his second wife because of Ramadan food. What are we talking about? Yoruba Muslims have seen that love your neighbor as yourself. That's why if you see a Yoruba Muslim, a landlord, he can rent house for Christian, he can even have church, no problem with him. You cannot fight for God. God, your God has power to fight for you. In our language, even in a Tanzanian language, ọmọdé burúkú obojú wẹ̀yìn, òòjọ́ kọ́ lolúwẹ̀ ń pani that even if you insult Shango has that power to fight for himself. If you insult Ogun as a Yoruba person, he can fight. Then why are you not fighting for your God? What a religion that will make you fight for your God. Your God should have that power. He's the Almighty. He should be able to fight for himself. So when I look at the northern people, their kind of Islam does not, to me, it does not make sense. I think that they have added extremism and they are playing political Islam. They now play politics with their religion, which is not supposed to be so, which is not meant to be so.
But actually now, Mr. William, don't you think that the government need to act fast now? Because it says several people can just come out and enact a law without the law being constitutional.
When you have a Sharia police, is there a Christian police in the eastern part of Nigeria? Well, if you say Yoruba people now, we have 50% Muslim, 50% Christian, or 45 Muslim, 45 Christian, 10 are traditional worshippers. In the eastern part of Nigeria, majorly Christians. Why don't they have the Christian police there? In a nation where, okay, let me give you an example. The CAN simply means the Christian Association of Nigeria. They are the chairman. That after how many years he gets elected or another person comes in. So people like that. Now the CAN chairman, they are from different zones. A Roman can be a CAN chairman, and a Doman, an Igbo man, and an Hausa man. But the head of Muslim must always be from Sokoto. That whenever he dies, another head of Muslim must come from that place. What does that tell you? That means every religion must bow. So if you are Igbo Muslim, you're not a Muslim enough. If you're Yoruba Muslim, you're not a Muslim enough. You must come from Sokoto to be the Sultan, the head of Muslims. How does that make sense? So if you say that they are above the law, because anytime, okay, look at the voting pattern. To them, they have the numbers according to them, even though we know how they do it. So everybody's afraid of them. Even Peter Obi had to go to the north and start doing this last year Ramadan, giving them food, building. Even President Tinubu, before the election, even when things happened in Yoruba land, he went to the north. I was raising money for them because they have the numbers in quote. I don't know what we know. So everybody's afraid of the other people. But how long can we continue these things? How long will extremist Islam continues to dominate other parts of Nigeria? Are the Muslims the only one in Nigeria? Are the Muslims above the law? Can't the Muslims, can they be, I'm talking about the Hausa Muslims, the non-Muslims, can't they be checkmated? Ordinary Amotekun, when God bless the soul of late Akeredolu, they wanted to form Amotekun. Look at how the people were angry at Buhari, but they formed it. But then you have your own Sharia or Isba police. How long are we going to continue these things? So I'm the kind of person that I don't want to start complaining this early morning. Nigeria seems to look like an Islamic nation. That's why we are a member of the OIC. Yes, you are a member of Organization of Islamic Council, like an Islamic nation. Like I always thank God for the big churches. Thank God for some of them. That all convention. I don't start mentioning names of church. That all the nations they watch them. If not for them, if you are outside of Nigeria, I read some things outside of Nigeria. They don't think that we are an Islamic nation because anytime Islamic countries gather, Nigeria is always there. We are always there. So the Arab Islamic summit, we are always there. And we are an Islamic nation. So but then you have a Muslim ticket, and you have now these pastors. And like I said this morning, God bless the Catholic bishop God bless the Anglican bishop. They are speaking up. I have about Pentecostal pastors and they have the numbers. Unless you know they spoke up. Why are they quiet nowadays?
Why are they quiet?
So it can't be like this.
So lastly, before I let you go, now what is your take on this? Now, do you think the Fulani dominance would extend to the southwest and to the southeast?
If they are not careful, no, if they are not careful with the southeast, the Igbos are not majorly Muslims, they are Christians. The Fulani dominance is coming to the southwest if you are not careful, because even that Kwara judge said that no Yoruba governor can stop Sharia panel. He said it, Kwara judge, that no governor in Yoruba land can stop Sharia panel. Go and look at the videos. You know what